What's going on, everybody? Blazin here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me on another Raid Shadow Legends video, and thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. So let's talk about Fire Knight Hard 10. Now, we currently have a sponsor on the channel, and part of the sponsorship is if you complete certain steps, you get a account takeover in any specific area in the game that you want. And so today we are on Being Useless's account, and he asked me to do an account, or basically fix his Fire Knight team. Now, we don't have any Lady Mikages. We don't have any crazy OP champions. We're not working with double G nuts. We're working with one nut. And we're not, it's not a crazy OP account. So, but what we are going to work with is the new champion that they just had for a guaranteed, which was Pardon. And we're going to be working with a kind of interesting comp, one that I really actually enjoy, and I think is a lot of fun. So let's get into it.
You seriously not following? Unbelievable.
All right, so here we are. We have Grand Oak Pargan. I think it Pardrain. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with St. Patrick's Day anyways, because he was the fusion, or he was the St. Patrick's Day guarantee.
You shall not pass!
We have Prickin the Fat, we have Eldor, we have our, Gina, and we also have our boy, Yakarl the Scourge. Now, this is actually a very fun team. We're not running any crazy, champions that are necessarily needed. Like, I don't know, a Kaimar, or some compositions with like a double G-Nut that I run on my main account. But this is a pretty, I want to say accessible team as long as you went, for some of these guys. G-Nut was a fusion. Yakarl is somebody we buy out of the clan shop. Or not the clan shop, but yeah, I think it is a clan shop, sorry. Eldor, if you're lucky enough to pull them. As for the ally attacks, they're pretty much replaceable. So, well, I guess if you have like a Lady Mikage, you could bring her in instead of Prickin the Fat. That'll boost up your damage quite a bit. As for the Grand Oak Parjan, he's...
You shall not pass!
probably one of the better ones to have, but you could definitely put in somebody else like a Cardiel or something. He has a very strong lead aura, 25%, right? That's pretty big. You guys can see now we're already a minute at the boss, 38 turns, shield is down, the boss does not even take a turn, right? So we're going in. Now, could this team be faster? Of course. And a lot of the builds that we have put in on this team are used as somewhere else, right? We have some of them that are built for not Iron Twins, but for Centranos. We have other ones that are built for, like Parjan is built for Hydra, right? New is built for just about everywhere in the game. And so we're trying not to lock them in at any particular speeds. Now, that said, the speeds are a little high, right? I will not lie on that. They are pretty high. But with, getting some live arena done, you should be able to try to get at least the speeds needed. And having the speed aura is actually pretty solid. Makes it a little easier. It doesn't mean that you have to have Cardiel, right? But 2 minutes, 11 seconds. We're almost done. Here we go. I think G-Nut's going to come in with the final blow here. But there we go. 2 minutes, 19 seconds, 65 turns.
Damn!
Let's do one more just to show you guys that it's not a fluke, right? Is there a 3%? Of course there is. There's always going to be a 3%. There's nothing we can do about that. But it is very consistent. It is actually, like I said, a really fun team. I enjoy watching this. Just, they don't take any turns or anything else like that, so you're not worried about the waves dying. You're dealing with that Riho, and I remember when Fire Knight first came out hard mode last year, Riho was one of the biggest pains in the rear ends that we had to deal with, right? She was clearly killing most of the comps out there. She's not even taking a turn now, right? She is so controlled between your Carl, Eldor, everybody else. Like, it's not even a problem. There we go. G-Nut goes in. 26 turns. I really do love this team, and I love Pardon even so much where I took my Cardiel and we know that Cardiel is probably one of the best ally attack champions in the game. I took him out of my main account, not booked, not mastered, none of that, and I put him in for my team, and he's actually made it very consistent and fun on the account. Like, it's pretty solid. The fact that this guy was a guarantee and allows us to do so much in the game is phenomenal. So, again, we're 41 turns, a minute 26 in. I could tweak a few things on this team to make it, you know, probably like a minute and a half based on some RNG. But I feel like it's actually not that bad. Being able to do it in like a minute and a half to 2 minutes is really not that bad. I think the longest one that he had so far was 2.5 minutes. And to be honest, I want to say when we first started building this team, some of them didn't even have mastery. So that says a lot. And it's not really heavy blessing dependent, right? You can see here we don't have a lot of blessings. So let's go ahead. Let's get into the champion builds and the AI setup. All right, let's talk AI setup for the Padrag. Now, round 1, round 2, we turn off everything. We don't use the ally attack or the increased speed, except for round 2, where we put it on and then never use it again, right? Round 3, we're prioritizing the ally attack and then the A3. As for Prickin the Fat, we are opening up with the A3 on round 1, and then we're turning it off. Round 2, we're turning that off. We don't want to use it again. And then round 3, we're turning off the A2 because we don't want to build up the debuff bar. If we put too many debuffs up, the freezes aren't going to work. And then we prioritize the A3. Neldor. Neldor is going to open up with the A3 on round 1 and then turn it off. Round 2, we're turning everything off. We're only going to use the A3 one time, and that's it. Now, as for the boss, when we get to him, we're going to open up with the A2, and then we're turning everything else off. Just the A1. He's got a 5-star blessing, but you don't really need it, right? Anyone else that has a blessing on could do just about the same thing for you. As for your Carl is going to open up with the A2 on round 1 and then never use it again, and then prioritize the A3. As for round 2, we're going to open up with the A2, never use it again, right? And then round 3, we're going to open up with the A2 and then the A3. G-Nut. Guys, if you went for G-Nut today or this weekend and you pulled him, good luck to you. I hope that you get at least 2 copies of him because he just breaks the game. But we do open up with the A2 on round 1 and then turn it off. And then we leave the A3 opened, right? We prioritize that. He would do that anyways, but as for round 2, we turn off the A3 and then we open up with the A1. And then on round 3, when we get to the boss, we open up with the A1, prioritize the A3, turn off the A2. That's it. Nice and simple. All right, let's start off with G-Nut first. Now, the builds on this account can definitely be improved quite a bit. We do have him built with a Savage and Cruel. We just basically want to maximize because we're not using any sort of decreased defense throughout the waves. So having the Savage and Cruel on definitely helps out quite a bit taking down the mobs. That's pretty much what we're spending most of our time on. Now, refresh accessories are going to be the best form, especially when it comes to the Fire Knight, right? As for stats, what are we looking at? Well, we got him built with 50k HP, 4.8k defense. Now, you don't really need to worry about building him tanky, right? The boss you saw did not take a single turn, so it's not bad. 284 speed, 100% crit rate, 294 crit damage, and then 338 accuracy. We do actually have some area bonuses for ignore defense, which helps out tremendously, right? Booking situation, we do have him fully booked. We took Phantom Touch. Now, if you have a higher blessing, you want to take Soul Reap. Anything over a 3 to 4 star, you want to take Soul Reap. It definitely helps out a lot more. Masteries wise, what did we do? We went down the support and offense tree. We took the pinpoint accuracy on the support tree. We took Charge Focus along with Swarm Smiter. We did take Lord Steel, and we did take Master Hexer. As for the offense tree, we did take Giant Slayer. There is some argument to take Home Smasher. I don't know. It doesn't do a lot of difference. It's really up to you if you really want to take it. We did take Killstreak along with Methodical. We also did take Bring It Down with Cycle of Violence. We did take Life Drinker along with Single Out. We did take Heart of Glory, Keen Strike, and we took Deadly Precision. All right, let's talk your Carl. Now, your Carl is somebody you get out of the clan shop. You can see here, we have him built with a Swift Parry and crit damage set. If you put him in Savage, it's going to be faster for you, right? Taking down the ads is always going to be faster. For him, do you really want any refresh accessories? Not really, right? If you start doing too many refresh accessories with him, it might actually break the speed tune, just because we're more focused on him putting the freezes on. Newt is a different, animal, because if he does his A3, it's more likely going to take out the boss's, 30% HP. So that said, now, what are we looking at for stats? Stats-wise, we've got him built at 39k HP, 5.6k attack, 2.6k defense. Again, they don't take a lot of turns. We're able to keep him controlled the whole time. So if you've got to build him squishy, it's fine. 274 speed, 102 crit rate, 250 crit damage, 127 resistance, which we don't care about, and 343 accuracy, making sure that we're able to land the debuffs on the boss and the ads. Booking situation, we do have him fully booked, right? As for mastery, and if you did have a blessing, Phantom Touch would be fine. It really depends on what else you're going to use him for, right? As for masteries, we did come down and take the support and offense tree. We did take Helm Smasher, we did take Kill Streak, along with Stoked to Fury. We did actually take Cycle of Violence. We took Life Drinker along with Keen Strike. We did take Shield Breaker, and we did take Deadly Precision. This is more of an arena PvP build, right? You get to have some fun with them there too if you really wanted to. As for the support tree, we did take Pinpoint Accuracy. We did take some Charge Focus. We did take Swarm Smiter along with Arcane Celerity, right? Helping us keep that turn meter up, making sure that we're going ahead of certain champions to be able to keep them CC'd. As for Lord of Steel, along with Evil Eye, and we did take Spirit Haste. Grand Oak Pardred. I mean, this guy is phenomenal. Like, I'm actually really glad I didn't skip out on picking him up. But we wanted to be able to use him in Hydra. So with him, we put him in a 6-piece protection set. Refresh accessories would actually be phenomenal on him. If you get enough, what do they call it? Ally attacks. There we go. Blow. Having a mind cloud today. It would be great, right? The more ally attacks that he's bringing in, the better it is. Turn meter stays down, so it makes it nice and easy. As for stats-wise, what are we looking at for him? Well, the speed for him is not locked in. He needs to be above 350. 364 is currently what we have him at. We have him at 63k HP, 3.9k defense. Again, this is more for Hydra than anything else, right? We want to make sure that we're using him there. He is a great support. As for crit rate and crit damage, we didn't put any in the build. We don't care. We don't need accuracy. We don't need resistance, right? So again, the speed-wise could be brought down to about as low as 350. As for the skills, we do have him fully booked. Now, I did try this on my account, and he is not booked, and he works perfectly well.
Ooh, you're hard, showing off.
You just need to make sure that you don't use the ally attack at all during round 1 and round 2, and then pretty much that's it, right? It takes a little bit longer just because you need to try to get to the A2 faster, right? It's on a 6-turn cooldown when you don't have it booked. As for masteries, we don't have any, right? If we did, it'd make this a hell of a lot faster. You could go down, you could take War Master, come up, standard clan boss masteries, and that's really much it. You don't really need to go any crazy. And then as for anything else, it really depends on what you want to do. I'd probably say defense tree. I mean, feel free to reach out in Discord if you need some help picking out these masteries. Let's talk Neldor. Now, Neldor has increasingly become one of my most favorite champions because I've used him for some channels, and he is phenomenal. Now, we do have him built with a lethal and perception set. Refresh accessories are not needed on this guy. When we get to the boss, we're just locking everything out. So it's a waste, right? We're just using the A1 because we want to keep the freeze up. Now, stats-wise, what are we talking about? Well, we've got him at 39k HP, 5.1k attack, 2.7k defense, 305 speed. It is fast, right? Very fast. 104 crit rate, 292 crit damage, 366 accuracy. Now, you don't need to have the stats to this point, right? You could definitely, the speed is kind of locked in. You want to be over 300 on him. But as for the damage stats, when you're getting to the boss, he's only going to be doing the A1. It doesn't really matter. As for the skills, we do have him fully booked. Phantom Touch is the blessing that we did take for him. And for masteries, we did come down. We took Helm Smasher. We took Methodical. We did take Bring It Down along with Cycle of Violence. We did also take Life Drinker with Single Out and Heart of Glory along with Keen Strike. And we did take Deadly Precision. We did come down and on the support tree take Cycle of Magic, right? We did take Swarm Smiter along with Charge Focus and Pinpoint Accuracy. And last but not least, we've got Prickin the Fat. Who doesn't love that big belly?
Baby back, ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back.
Come on, guys. The big belly and the ponytail just does it for everybody, right? But seriously, phenomenal champion. Like, just great overall. Now, we do have ours built in a Swift parry set. Ideally, if I wanted to try to mid-max this team, I would put him in a probably the reworked sets that they just did, which is where are we? I think it's Impulse, right? They just redid Impulse, so it's a 2-piece set now. 12 speed, 12% chance to reduce the skill turn, along with a reflex set. I think that would be a lot better. That would, you know, give it a little more RNG on the boss and try to get it down a little faster. Refresh accessories are going to be phenomenal on this guy. You don't want to miss out on those, right? As for skills, we do have them fully booked. Blessings-wise, Phantom Touch could work if you have it. If not, Cruelty works just as fine. As for masteries, we don't really have any tier 6 masteries, but what you would take is go down to Helm Smasher along with Methodical. You would definitely take Bring It Down, definitely take Single Out along with Keen Strike and Deadly Precision. Now, as for the defense with the support tree, really depends on you. I am more of a fan of the support tree, and I would come down and take Pinpoint Accuracy, Charge Focus. I would take Swarm Smiter along with Lord of Steel. Definitely take Cycle of Magic, and I would probably go for Sniper and Master Hexer. Thanks again for checking out the video, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out in Discord. I'm always available. Thank you again for following on Twitch and on YouTube. Appreciate you guys very much. And if you have the time, make sure to join us on Sunday for the Knights of Teleria podcast, where we talk about everything Raid Shadow Legends. You get some of your favorite streamers, content creators for Raid Shadow Legends, and it's just a very fun time to have. We have some good banter along the way, and we try to be as brutally honest as possible. That said, guys, wish you all the best. Wish you all the best RNG luck you can possibly have on your sharp bowls or whatever you're doing in Raid. And as always, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other, and I'll catch you guys next time.